Many in this House will be familiar with the story of my constituent, Ellen Room. Ellen tragically lost her 14-year-old son, Jules, to suicide, aged just 14. In her search for answers about the circumstances leading up to Jules' death, Ellen has come up against outdated laws and social media giants, taking an intransigent approach to sharing data that should naturally be hers as a parent. We're talking about the things that in the past she would have been able to find out by looking through her child's bedroom, things that might have been in wardrobes, things that might have been stored under the bed in school notes. These days, those bits of data will be on multiple social media accounts. Now, Ellen has campaigned tirelessly since the death of Jules so that other parents will not face the same lengthy legal processes she has endured. This is the subject of my private member's bill, the Social Media Access to Accounts Bill, also known as the JoolsLaw Bill. This bill would give parents access rights to their deceased child's data automatically, so that other grieving parents will never face the challenges and the huge legal costs that Ellen has had to endure. I note that the plans announced by ministers include establishing an information commission with a duty to ensure children's data is protected. This is a welcome step, and one that I hope will strengthen the protections children badly need online. But we need to make sure that the Commission is effectively resourced to take on the social media giants who have made it very clear to us that they only want profit. Of course.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. May I first say that I would like to offer my deepest condolences to the family concerned. And in my own constituency, I had a very, very challenging case where a young boy lost his life. And it's entirely appropriate that the government is taking this forward. And I would like to commend ministers for their work on this, and obviously to thank him for his work on this important matter.
I thank the Honourable Member for Reading West. Reading Central, I apologise for his intervention. The purpose of my points today are to make sure that while the data bill moves through, there is consensus that is built in this House that we all acknowledge that parents should have that right to their children's data in the case where a child has died of suicide. This is a very simple principle. I'm sure he would agree with it. I know ministers do. And the important point is that now, as this bill moves through, that consensus is borne out in the legislation that we pass. So I'm hopeful that these circumstances will be covered in the final bill and that the JoolsLaw bill will become law. So I ask the ministers today, will we have clarity on the government's plans in this area, and will they support parents like Ellen? Will the government accept the principles that my constituent Ellen is pursuing? It is a very simple ask that in the case of a deceased child, parental access to social media accounts' data is protected, that social media companies are obliged to retain that data for a suitable period of time, and that data is made available to inquests so coroners can make judgments to prevent that kind of tragedy happening again.